Hey y'all, what's good? My name is Kayla. Welcome to the House of Red Wine. We are back. I have the house to myself for a moment. So I was like, I want to put some cards. And I wanted to come here. I didn't set any intention other than to come and give a message for us, what we need right now. Of course, always for our highest and greatest good. I'm excited right now. I don't know why. Like, the house been very energetic since yesterday. So just now, having the house to myself. I'm really excited. I was babysitting for a moment. The baby is gone now. And I was like, I wanted to come and pull some cards while I have the chance. And I'm going to pull some... I knew for sure I wanted to pull some oracle cards. I love this deck. So I knew I wanted to pull from there. We have angel numbers here. We have some other oracles. And also, I went through my case of where I have like a lot of my cards at. And I was like, I thought about this recently. I was like, I have some cards where I just was writing down things. So, but I have it over there with my tarot decks and my oracles. So I was like, you know what? We're going to pull it out today and just see what's good, what's tea. And we'll just see where it goes. I have no real intention in the sense of like, I had a message that came to me and now I want to do a video. I was just really excited to sit down and talk to you guys. So we'll just see what happens and see what's tea. But one thing that is coming up on my mind right now is people are tired. People are tired. People are really tired. People are exhausted. But they're not giving up. In a way, they're giving up, but I feel like they're giving up on things that they're just realizing, like, this does not deserve more than it's taken from me, more than it's given to me, more than I've given to it. I feel like I need to put my hair up. I like my hair down, but y'all, I just love a good pullback. I'm not really used to having my hair in my face a lot. I feel a lot better with my hair up. But I let my hair down, too. I got y'all tilted a little bit because I was trying to flash y'all. Okay. So people are tired. When I say giving up on things, they're not necessarily giving up on themselves. They're giving up on ideas, concepts, beliefs, things that have been keeping them very stagnant. And what I mean by that, it could be simply as the type of career that you have, the type of way that you're earning your money. Your fulfillment. People are like, look, if I'm gonna be here and I gotta experience life, how can I make this as enjoyable as possible? Like, what can I find? What kind of hobbies can I do? How can I find a healthy escape? And what is escape? It can be just pottery, it could be baking, it could be making like crafting, things like that. It could be interests that you have that just takes you a little bit outside of the demands that our society wants from you. And the reason why I say people are tired also is like they're just realizing the holes. And what are some of the holes? And I don't know if the reading is really going to be about this in the sense of what we'll pull cards, but we'll just see. People are just realizing like I am putting out a lot, but am I putting it out in the areas that I meant to? So when we think about our astrology, when we think about who we are as individuals, we all have a purpose, a mission, and the way that we are supposed to show up and operate in this world. So if you are out here trying to be like JoJo and Kim, that might not work out for you. JoJo and Kim might be lawyers or doctors. You might not you're probably not meant to be that or do that. You might be here to do something else, something unique, something different. Start a nonprofit, be a painter, whatever case may be. And if you go back and look at my videos, you'll notice a theme of things I talk about, which is it tends to be about self-discovery and self-acceptance and doing what you are here to do. I'm personally on that journey myself. Because I have personally done other things that I was supposed to do, and just the feeling that brought me was just like, this is not it. I can't continue. That's why I move around a lot as far as my career. And I realized recently, if you want what you want, you're going to have to build that. Like, that's not something that someone can give to you. That's something that you're going to have to give to yourself. So I have been studying. I have been working on my business. I make handmade bracelets. But even then, my first concept of my business was selling jewelry. Outside of hand beading, I love it. But I'm going to get back to my vision, right? Like, getting back to the things I'm into. So many other interests. I study day in, day out about astrology. I study day in and day out about people. I'm really interested in understanding things, but most importantly, understanding myself. So that's what you'll notice when I come here and I speak, is something about, like, taking it day by day, step by step, and go get that life that's for you. But learn yourself. Okay, I'm gonna start right there because I really do want to know what's in these cards. What's tea? I won't say that that'll be the only thing I talk about, but I have noticed a theme of the things that I talk about, and I really feel like it's the world that I'm personally in the sense of I'm understanding what stability really means for me. What do I want that to look like for me? What has worked, what is working, what isn't working, and what is necessary to get what I want. And it just is what it is at this point. And there's some times where you can make a choice before your back hits the wall. And sometimes your back needs to hit the wall, where you're just like, I fucking can't do this no more. I just can't. And allow the shift and changes and new things to come along as you may. I know why I'm doing some of the things that I do. And I realize, like, okay, you value these certain things like stability. You value, and also I made choices and decisions that I have to pay for. Okay. So that's another reason why I'm not just like gun ho, jump off the porch, but I am walking off the porch, if that makes sense. Instead of just jumping, I'm more like walking. I'm walking out the house. I'm leaving my room, a form of comfort zone, and I'm walking towards the door. I'm about to walk off that porch very soon. Because what's outside that porch is me creating something that's me. That's me. That's me. Okay? All right, y'all. So, Spirit, give us a message for our highest and greatest good. What is it that you want to speak to us about? What do you want to talk about? And let's get into it. Some of these look like they have words. Some like they're blank. So we'll just see. I can't remember what are on these cards. I made these cards well over maybe 8 years ago. 8, 7, 6. It was a long time ago. These are like classic cards, so the way I'm just gonna have to, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shuffle them and I'm gonna break it in half, and then that's gonna be our message. Because the way that the cards are, I don't think they're gonna jump out. How are y'all doing today? Like, how are y'all feeling? Like, how are y'all genuinely feeling? And for everybody that has decided to jump out the porch, shout out to y'all and congratulations to y'all. Like, in the type of world that we're in now, creative economy is it. Being a creative, putting yourself out there, making a way for yourself. It's time, especially when you think about the traditional sense. Someone else determines your hours, your time, and also determines, what you can have and what you can't have and when you can have it. So shout out to y'all for taking autonomy of your life and building something that's you. Like, I'm inspired by a lot of people because I'm like, you know what? Hell yeah. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's break the deck and see. Never fear rejection. Be the fool. Never fear rejection. Be the fool. I can see that in so many ways. whether it's putting yourself out there, coming as you are, and also knowing like you're not for everybody. Some people you're here for, some people you're for, some people you're not, but go and find your tribe. Find people, like-minded people like you, people that you can commune with, people that you can build a community with, people that have the same interests with you as you. Because if you are into something, even if it's outside the box, even if it's not necessarily, you don't know anyone around you or in your area, most likely there's someone somewhere in the world that has a similar interest as you do. But if you put yourself out there, you give people the chance to connect with you and to know like, oh, like we're into similar things. We see things in the same fashion, or we connect in these ways. But also, like, when I see this, I'm looking like, don't be fear of the rejection of self. And what does that mean? Like, sometimes ourselves keep us from rejecting ourselves, let's say mistakes that we make or the unknown, things like that. And you have to be willing to be the fool. You have to be willing. The fool is about potential. It's about taking a chance and going on a journey. So to be the fool, you are really betting on yourself. And even if you can't see what's to come, you're like, I'm going to take this path. I'm going to create this path. I'm going to walk this. I'm going to pave my own way because I know what this is like over here. But these are my interests. These are the things I can't stop thinking about. And these things deserve it as well. And sometimes being the fool, people are going to say, girl, you sure you're going to leave your job? You sure about that? You sure you're going to go out there and start your business? Like, because these type of things are unknown. And it reminds me of the concept of potential. And this is something I wanted to make a separate video about, but it's basically, I value potential. Me being who I am, a Pisces through and through in the way I think, my love life. But I also have a lot of Taurus. I have a lot of earthly energies as well that balance me out. But overall, I do value potential because without potential, you have nothing in this world. Without being a fool and going against the grain and listening to yourself and following your own interests outside of all the warning signs. And these warning signs are there for a reason in a way. Like, people have their own experiences, right? So they can only speak from what they know. They can only speak from what they've been through and or from just their own fears, like their own self. So if someone has always played it easy, I wouldn't necessarily always lean on those type of people for their advice. The type of people you need to talk to are the ones that take the chances and be like, you know what, I'm going to try this. Most likely those are the people that really have a story to listen to, and that will inspire you. But potential, there's nothing in this world without potential. Like, we wouldn't have books if it wasn't potential. We wouldn't have these phones that we can connect with each other if it wasn't about potential. We wouldn't be here as human beings if it wasn't about potential. You wouldn't have a kid. You wouldn't have a lover. You wouldn't have a job. You wouldn't have a business if people did not decide to bet on potential. Of course, there were other things that probably contributed. Then some people, they just hop off. You know what I'm saying? They're like, look, this is what I want to do. I don't know exactly, but I'm going to study. I'm going to prepare. I'm going to sign up for these classes. I'm going to start somewhere with what I have, and I'm going to put it out there and allow it to grow. I can speak about my business. I do really well putting myself, like, going out to markets and going out to the people when it comes down to my business. That's nothing but I have this thing to offer. I have this egg and I want to put it in this basket and I'm going to take it to the market, and people that like my eggs, people that like my eggs, they're either going to buy it or they're going to remember me. And I've had a lot of people come by like, oh, like, your bracelets are so pretty. Even if they do not get one, people acknowledge what it is that I create. And I'm like, thank you. Like, that means a lot to me, as much as even if you walked away taking a K-Ray bracelet home with you or not. Like, allow yourself to be seen. Allow yourself to do it in spite of even critics. You know, even the critic of yourself. I am personally a Virgo 5th house. I will want to be perfect. I have held myself back in ways. I can't change the past, but that's why I'm allowing myself to start day by day for my future. And understanding, like, why I have done the things I've done. While I I've had these blockages or things that held me back mentally, emotionally, resource wise, and just realize like what I didn't know in those moments, what I know now, and giving myself grace to be like, okay, every day I get a chance to try something new. Every day I get a chance to try again. And so, yeah, anyways, be the fool. Be the fool. Never fear rejection. Be the fool. And even if you fear rejection, still be the fool. Fuck they. Still be the fool. Okay. I got another one. Oh my gosh. We are here to experience, learn through your experience. Your experiences lead you to the next breadcrumb. Step by step, road appears as you walk. I remember this vividly because I said this before, but when it comes down to things, our future, the things that we're doing, whether it's in love life, career, our family, whatever this may be, you don't know until you're there. And what I mean by that is, if you guys have ever, I live in a country, I live in a very hilly area. And when you travel the country roads, you can't see what's ahead of you. Like, you could probably, depending if it's on an incline, you might can see it. But if it's a swerve over or hill down, you don't know what's coming ahead of you until you're closer and you're there. And then even then, when we're traveling on roads, all you can see is the road in front of you. You don't see the road that's a mile ahead. You don't see the road that's 10 miles ahead, nor do you see the other aspects that are traveling that road or on that road, where there's people, the houses that you pass, the brick and mortars that you pass, wherever the case may be. You can't see that. All you can see is the now, right? All you can see is the now. But it's just saying, keep walking. Even if you can't foresee the future and you can't really see exactly how it's going to turn out, keep walking towards the things that you love, the things that light you up, the things that get you excited, the things that ground you. Keep walking towards them. And I personally, I look down and I see, go explore, go explore, go explore, go freaking explore. There are so many things that people are interested in, and it may not even be to start a business. I recommend people as much as possible, start something. Like, if you can do what you love every single day and you can receive from that, do it. Especially if it's true to you, it's real to you, you love it, you enjoy it. Like, I know the sentiments, I can understand the other side, but me personally, I would love to do what I love every day, whether I'm cooking, whether I'm making bracelets, whether I have so many other ideas that I would like to do. I have to allow myself to explore that. And I will say, personally, from my own experience, which I am very grateful for, and I had to bring myself into this because, like, I'm speaking from experience. Anything that I ever done, from my career that I have now, the careers I had before, and even the interests that I have, every time that I moved towards it, more things were revealed. So you may feel like you don't know everything. You may feel like, oh, like, where do I start? If you start one place, I promise you it will lead you to the next. And you'll go through your trial and error. You'll obtain things. You realize, like, okay, like, this isn't going to work for me. I don't like this type of material. This is the type of material I like. Okay, what's next? Okay, I go to this manufacturer. This manufacturer is cool. This manufacturer I didn't really care for. Their service, I didn't care for the quality. This is the type of quality I need. This is the type of customer service I need. And then, like, you allow yourself to keep on going. Like, keep on picking up the bread as you go. I believe that wholeheartedly. And even saying it now is giving me more courage to lean into the things that I genuinely want to do. I know that we have our fears. We're human. I understand a lot of different aspects. But the power of taking it step by step and trusting that the road will appear as you walk. I needed to hear that, okay? So I'm going to take Go Explore as well, because I genuinely feel like this is a call for us to go explore that path that we are feeling guided to walk, what we're feeling guided to go do, and allow yourself to do that. And if you're feeling like, I mean, this is just me saying, okay, you got to know you got to understand your pockets, you got to understand your habits, wherever it may be. But some of us are being called to be more vigorous and, like, more have more gumption to put more time and energy into something. I even feel like some of us are like, look, if I had a little bit more time on my hands, so like if my work didn't accumulate all this time on me, I would be able to give to a further extent. Prepare for that. Prepare to give yourself space and opportunity to give more time to the things that you enjoy and you have interest in. I'm telling you, like, y'all, when I have more time on my hands, the things that I would like to do, and I'm going to do it in exclusivity. I'm going to do it in not trying to mass produce anything. I'm genuinely going to give it in a way that's like, this is something I've been working on. Like, I enjoy this. I love this. And I wanted to offer it to you guys just in case you want to have it. Like, it's that. Like, it's that. I'll tell y'all a little bit more later, though. Okay, do I want another one? We got 3 out of here. 3 is my favorite number. So we'll put this down for now. And we're going to let's go Adinkra. Spirit, what message do you have for us? For our highest and greatest good. Never fear rejection. Be the fool. We are here to experience. Learn through your experiences. Your experiences lead you to the next breadcrumb. And step by step, the road appears when you walk. I feel this so deeply, y'all, because for like years ago, like this is like 2019, 2020, where like I had paused my life. And I was like, I know I don't want to do that. That's not me. I dove deep into religion. I dove deep into spirituality. I dove deep into learning things, learning more about myself, learning about the things I was interested in. And also delving deep into my darkness. Like, what are my shadows? What are my fears? What are my habilitations? Like, what is keeping me small? Like, knowing that I'm very big, what do I feel like is holding me back? And I realized it was fear. I realized that I wasn't nurtured and being me, and like just realizing, okay, this is where I didn't get nurtured and watered into. So now I'm going to nurture and water these things. And I did so many things behind the scenes, and still to this day. And I realized, like, okay, this is what it was. I don't want to be there no more. Like, I understand what it was. I understand the limitations. I understand what it was teaching me. And now I'm ready for the next lessons to come. I've triumphed, overcome. And one thing I'll say, I just thought about this. Look up the meaning of your name and look at it from, I think maybe a Latin, because we're Latin American as far as language, I believe. But like, look up your name in Hebrew. Like, my name means the laurel crown. My business, like, not my business. Well, yes, like this platform was called the Laurel Palace before, and I changed it to House of Red Wine. But Laurel Palace, I may still use that in some way, like some way, shape, or form. I might still use it. But House of Red Wine is me in a way. And then Laurel Palace is like, I still want to keep that in there. Why? Okay, so what I gained from the Laurel Palace, or the Laurel, right? That is someone that has overcome triumphs. It's someone that's overcome obstacles. And now they're being awarded their recognition, or, celebrated. And that could be from outside themselves, and even celebrating yourself of the things that you have overcome, the triumphs that you have. And when I look at my past, I see that. And even the things that I'm still working on overcoming. But I allow myself to realize every day a warrior goes to battle. It's an everyday battle. It's like, it's always going. It's not, okay, we won this battle, cool, but you got to be prepared. I'm sorry to talk like this, but like, yeah, you got to be prepared in the aspect and looking at it from the lens of a warrior. Like, what is tomorrow? You know what I'm saying? Every day is damn near day one. Even though you've been there for X amount of days, it will be a different type of challenge. And I don't want to mean that in like, I'm just giving an example, a metaphor, right? So let's say what my challenge would be now is overcoming my financial situations I put myself in. This little T. But like over the years, I was buying courses. I bought this one course, y'all. Oh, they got me. They play psychological games with me, and I kind of knew in the moment, but it really hit me till after I swiped that damn card, y'all. I spent like $6,000 on a course I don't use. I will be able to use it in the future because me and my partner have an idea of like, you know, a business idea that we are exploring and like have talked about. So it hasn't gone to waste, but that was years ago. And so like I'm paying for things, and also the type of work that I've done, it wasn't really the money, you know. So I was getting real life experience. I was connecting with people. Even working at the bar, I was putting myself out there in ways I never did. So like, let me know where y'all can relate to that too, where you were in spaces and it didn't necessarily have to do with the money, but you gained so much as an individual and a person and relationships that it's just wow. Like I wouldn't regret anything. But my point of just saying that is, you know, I'm paying it back in black. You know, I'm paying it back. As I'm still trying to move forward. But anywho, oh shoot, I forgot my point of just even trying to say that. But let's continue forward. Okay. Let's pull another card. Had to take a moment there. I was trying to see what my point of even saying that was. Anyways, taking it day by day. So, you know, dealing with the past while still building for the future. Okay, I think that's the point I brought up. That and like what those challenges can look like. Depending. Oh, yeah, that's why. Because I was saying, I was doing service, like I was working, but I wasn't making a shit ton of money or nothing like that at all. So, you know, lives, and you know what I'm trying to say. But we good though. We're good. All right, y'all. Let's get back into the tea. Let's get back into it. Okay, Spirit, what other messages do you have for us? We have never fear rejection. Be the fool. I really like that. Really like that. Linked hearts, symbol of understanding and or agreement. Understanding. Cautious, be on the lookout, a call for action. War horn. Symbol of vigilance and warningness. The horn is used to prepare for battle or action. I'm here to talk about war and being a warrior. But, like, okay, before I get into it, because I feel like I know. Give me one more. Universe. Cosmos, omnipresence, or intuition. This symbol is of rays from an all-seeing eye. It suggests that the universe has your back and will always be there for you. Look, when you live according to who you are meant to be, when it comes down to understanding your energy, human design, astrology, your numerology, you can't lose. Everybody is different, and that's where we have kind of went wrong in society. Is like, come believe what I believe, come do what I do. Like, this is how you be successful, this is what you got to do, and this is how you got to go work, and how you got to work. Like, no, everybody is not here for that. And that's why some people, when they have the ability and they understand themselves, and or it's just how their life played out, they're doing exactly what they're supposed to do. While some are doing the opposite, and they're feeling that. They feel the weight of that. Okay, so understanding. I feel like this is about understanding yourself and making an agreement with yourself. Okay, making an agreement with your future. Making an agreement to go explore. Making an agreement to go have your experiences and to understand what these experiences are doing is leading you to the next thing. Be cautious, on the lookout, call for action. I feel like this is real. Like, the thing that pops out to me was the call for action. Like, you need to be ready to move. be ready to take those chances. So you do need to prepare. You need to be lookout for opportunities, places that you can sign up for if you're a business owner. What events can you go to? Be on the lookout. What opportunities and way can you put yourself out there? What platforms are available? What from YouTube to Twitch to X, Y, and Z? How can you do so? In a call to action, what are you being called to do? Okay, what are you being called to do? Be vigilant. Be prepared. Be on the lookout. Okay? That's how I'm taking it. And I'm also picking up on, like, some people's jobs could be pretty fickle right now. Like, a lot of people are probably being called to create outside of their employment because you don't know when they're going to decide to cut your hours. You don't know when they're going to decide to be like, sorry. So be ready. Like, be prepared. You know, get your things in order. What do you need to do? How can you free up your money? How can you invest your money? How can you invest into your skills, your knowledge, your wisdom, and how can you offer it? People need to know. We are a learning generation. We want to know. We want to understand, okay? The universe has your back. Look, when you stay true to you and you do you, and even when you're kind of not, like, I can't even say that exactly, but let's just say you decide to take your path and you allow yourself to go explore. The universe has your back. And I would say the universe always has your back, because even in times when you might be just here and there, like you're just doing whatever to make a dollar or whatever case may be, you know, you're lost, you're feeling down, the universe always has your back. That's why clues and messages and things keep coming your way. And the hope and the desire, it doesn't just dwindle out. It might dim a little bit, but it still like lights up. And then you may come across someone or something that lights you back up, sparks you. Something sparks you. But when I think about this, I genuinely feel like when you allow yourself to be the fool, and you allow yourself to go through your experiences, and you allow yourself to explore and to show up day by day, step by step, you don't have to know everything. Which I know a lot of us, if you're here, you're probably going to want to know a lot. And you're probably going to want to make sure that you're giving good information, healthy information, especially if people are going to come to you for things, especially in the business that you run. You want to make sure you're giving quality. You want to make sure that this is something that, you know, you vouch for. Okay? But the universe always has your back and will always be there for you. Ask for assistance. If you're asking for assistance, Spirit, give me the space and time to do what I love and love what I do, and for that to take care of me. Look, we're in a treacherous times. Whether people want to talk about it, I don't know if they're talking about it for real. I have seen some people talk about it, but y'all, it is time to prepare. It's time to know what's going on around you. It's time to get out there in your gardens, to go collect your seeds, to learn how to plant, to learn how to provide, learn how to become more sovereign, learn how, if something was to switch up on you, what do you have to carry whatever you created over? So example could be having your websites, having a community outside of platforms that own and control your stuff. Create your own hub. Create your own space. Okay, y'all? Look, go explore. I'm seeing pottery. I'm seeing craftsmanship. I'm seeing food. I'm seeing ideas. Some people just got ideas that they're meant to share for someone else to do and execute. Look, there are so many other ways to make a way for yourself. And this is not, yes, financially cool, but this is like internally. Like, people are trying to find things that make them feel good and make them feel better, and something that they enjoy and they look forward to do. So learn how to honor your spirit and also honor the world that you're in. Hey, you got to do what you got to do in the life that you want to live. You got to ask yourself, what does that look like for me? What do I want that to be for me? Okay? All right, y'all. Go be the fool. Go collect your experiences like Infinity Stones. And go explore. Be you, stay true, and know that the universe has your back always and forever. And stay golden. Bye.